Let me ask you something. How many times did you get up to use the bathroom last night? Once? Twice? Maybe 3 times? Be honest. Because if you're over 50, chances are you already know the routine. The alarm doesn't wake you, your bladder does. 2 in the morning, you're stumbling through the dark, half asleep, trying not to trip over the nightstand. You do your thing, crawl back into bed, and just when you start drifting off, it happens again. By the time morning comes, you've barely slept. You're groggy, heavy, drained, and that feeling follows you all day. No amount of coffee seems to fix it. No amount of rest seems to be enough. Your energy is flat, your focus is gone, and that sharp, confident version of yourself feels like a memory. But here's the part that changes everything. What if I told you that 3 common drinks you're having after dinner are quietly destroying your prostate health, your sleep, and your circulation, and you probably had one of them tonight? Sounds dramatic, but stay with me because this isn't guesswork. This is biology. I'm Dr. Prab Gymnadas, a board-certified urologist, and I've spent over 12 years helping men restore their sleep, their flow, and their vitality. And today I'm going to show you exactly which 3 drinks are sabotaging your body after 6 p.m., why they're doing so much damage, and the one simple change that can help restore deep sleep, strong urine flow, and real lasting energy. So don't skip ahead. The most important part comes near the end, and it could genuinely change the way you feel every single morning. Now, before I reveal the 3 drinks, I need you to understand what's actually going on inside your body, because without this, nothing else makes sense. After 50, and especially past 60, 3 systems in your body start quietly breaking down, and most men never connect the dots. First, your prostate begins to enlarge. Slowly, gradually, it grows and presses against your bladder. That pressure is what's sending you to the bathroom at night. It's not weakness, it's physics. A bigger prostate squeezes the urethra and tells your bladder it's full, even when it's not. Second, your blood vessels lose their flexibility. They stiffen, they narrow. Your body produces less nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for keeping those vessels open and relaxed. When that drops, blood flow weakens everywhere. Your heart, your brain, your prostate, all of it. Less blood means less oxygen, fewer nutrients, and slower repair. Third, your nervous system gets stuck in alert mode. You lie down exhausted, but your brain won't shut off. Without deep restorative sleep, your body can't produce testosterone. It can't heal. It can't recover. And here's the part most men miss. These 3 problems don't just happen side by side. They feed each other. Poor blood flow weakens your prostate. A struggling prostate disrupts your sleep. Broken sleep tanks your testosterone, your energy, and your drive. It's a cycle, and every night it tightens. Most men blame aging, but this isn't aging, gentlemen. This is depletion. And the biggest trigger? It's not stress, not genetics. It's what you're putting into your body at the worst possible time of day. Let me show you what I mean. All right, gentlemen, let's get into the first drink. And this one's going to sting a little, because it's the one most men reach for to unwind: alcohol. Especially beer and wine after 6 p.m. Now I know what you're thinking. Come on, Doc. 1 glass of wine with dinner? How bad can it be? Let me show you. Because alcohol is a triple destroyer, and most men never hear this from their doctor. First, alcohol is a diuretic. It forces your kidneys to flush water faster than normal. That means more urine, more bladder pressure, and more trips to the bathroom at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. You're literally flooding the system right before bed. Second, and this is the part that changes everything, alcohol suppresses deep, slow-wave sleep by up to 40%. That's not light sleep. That's the exact stage where your body produces roughly 90% of its daily testosterone. So that relaxing glass of wine, it's shutting down your hormone recovery for the entire night. You feel like you slept, but your body never actually healed. Third, alcohol directly inflames prostate tissue and disrupts nitric oxide production. That's the molecule your blood vessels depend on to stay flexible and open. Without it, circulation stiffens, blood flow drops, and your prostate, which already needs every bit of nutrient delivery it can get, starts suffocating. Think of it like pouring sand into a garden hose and then wondering why nothing flows. So here's my recommendation. No alcohol within 4 to 5 hours of bedtime. If you absolutely must have a drink, 1 small glass before 5 p.m., never after. Because what feels like relaxation is actually destruction happening quietly while you sleep. Now let's talk about the second drink. And this one catches men completely off guard. Coffee. Specifically, any caffeine consumed after 2 p.m. That includes espresso, energy drinks, and even strong black or green tea. Here's what most men don't realize. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours. That means if you drink a cup of coffee at 4 in the afternoon, by 10 o'clock at night, half the caffeine is still circulating in your system. Half. It's still active, still working, still doing its job. And what is that job? Blocking adenosine. Adenosine is your brain's natural sleep signal. It's the chemical that tells your body, the day is done, it's time to shut down and recover. When caffeine blocks that signal, your nervous system stays locked in fight or flight mode. Cortisol stays elevated. Melatonin gets suppressed. And your body never shifts into the deep recovery state it desperately needs. Now here's the prostate connection most men never hear. Elevated cortisol increases inflammation throughout your entire body, including around the prostate. And when you can't reach deep sleep, your body simply cannot repair the cellular damage that's quietly accumulating in your prostate tissue every single day. But there's more. Caffeine is also a bladder irritant. It makes the urge to urinate more frequent and more urgent, even when your bladder isn't full. You're essentially telling your already stressed bladder to panic. It's like pulling the fire alarm in a building that's already on edge. So here's the rule, gentlemen. Hard caffeine cutoff at 2 p.m., no exceptions. After that, switch to chamomile tea, peppermint, or warm water. Let your body begin its wind down naturally, because what you drink at 4 in the afternoon is still attacking your sleep, your prostate, and your flow at midnight. Now this third drink is the one that shocks most of my patients, because they think they're being healthy when they drink it. Fruit juice, orange juice, apple juice, cranberry cocktail, even those so-called natural smoothie blends from the store. Most men pour themselves a glass after dinner thinking, at least it's not soda. But here's the truth. Commercial fruit juices are loaded with sugar. We're talking 30 to 40 grams per glass. That's nearly the same as a can of cola. And what sugar does to your body after 6 p.m. is devastating. First, it spikes your insulin. That spike triggers an inflammatory cascade throughout your entire body, and your prostate sits right in the middle of that storm. Inflammation around the prostate means swelling, pressure, and more urgency at night. Second, high blood sugar damages the endothelial lining of your blood vessels. That's the delicate inner layer responsible for producing nitric oxide. When that lining gets damaged, your vessels stiffen, your blood flow drops, and your prostate slowly gets starved of the oxygen and nutrients it needs to stay healthy. Third, and this is critical, sugar feeds the kind of cellular buildup that causes the prostate to enlarge. It's called stromal cell proliferation, the accumulation of cells around the outer edges of the prostate. A 2023 study by Fukushima Medical University in Japan showed that healthy blood flow helps the prostate metabolize these excess cells naturally. Sugar does the exact opposite. It chokes that flow and lets those cells pile up. You think you're drinking something natural, but you're feeding the very problem that wakes you up at night. So here's the rule after 6 p.m. Water, herbal tea, or mineral-enhanced water. Nothing sweetened. Nothing from a carton. Because that glass of juice isn't helping you, gentlemen. It's quietly working against you. Now step back with me for a moment, because I need you to see the full picture. Each of those 3 drinks is damaging on its own. But when you combine them, and most men over 60 are consuming all 3 regularly after dinner, they don't just add up, they multiply. Alcohol kills your deep sleep and inflames your prostate tissue. Caffeine keeps your nervous system wired and your bladder in a constant state of false alarm. Sugar chokes your blood flow and accelerates the very cell growth that makes your prostate enlarge. Together, they create a chain reaction that tightens a little more every single night. Here's how the cycle works. Poor sleep leads to low testosterone. Low testosterone weakens the prostate and lowers your energy. A weakened prostate puts more pressure on your bladder, waking you up again. And broken sleep means your body never gets the chance to repair the damage, so it accumulates. Round and round it goes. Each week the cycle tightens. Each month the symptoms get worse. More bathroom trips, less energy, weaker drive, fading confidence. That morning strength you used to count on, gone. That steady stamina that defined you, fading. And the worst part, most men think this is just what getting older feels like. But it's not aging, gentlemen. It's depletion. And the drain isn't coming from your years. It's coming from your own evening glass. The good news, once you see the cycle, you can break it. And breaking it doesn't require surgery, medication, or some complicated routine. It starts with understanding what your body actually needs during the most important hours of the day, the ones between dinner and sunrise. Let me show you. All right, gentlemen, now that you know what's been draining you, let's talk about what your body actually needs, because cutting those 3 drinks is only half the equation. The other half is giving your prostate the conditions it needs to heal. And it comes down to 3 things. First, healthy blood flow. Your prostate depends on a steady stream of nutrient-rich blood to function properly. That blood delivers oxygen, minerals, and the raw materials your cells need to repair themselves. It also helps metabolize the excess cells that build up around the prostate as you age. Without strong blood flow, those cells pile up, the prostate swells, and the pressure on your bladder gets worse every month. Second, nitric oxide. This is the molecule that keeps your blood vessels relaxed and open. Think of it as the signal that tells your arteries, stay flexible, let the blood through. When nitric oxide levels are healthy, circulation flows freely to every organ, including the prostate. When they drop, everything tightens. Third, deep restorative sleep. Not light sleep, not broken sleep. The kind of deep, slow-wave sleep where your body produces testosterone, repairs damaged tissue, and resets your entire nervous system. This is your body's built-in recovery program. And it only runs at full power during what I call the golden recovery window. The hours between roughly 7 p.m. and 3 a.m. This is when your deepest healing happens. If you protect this window, everything changes. Your prostate gets the blood flow it needs. Your bladder calms down. Your hormones rebuild. Your energy returns. And you wake up feeling like a different man. The question isn't whether your body can still heal, gentlemen. It absolutely can. The question is whether you're giving it the right conditions. And that starts with understanding the one molecule that connects all 3 systems together. Let's go deeper for a moment, because there's one molecule sitting at the center of everything we've talked about, and most doctors never explain it to their patients. Nitric oxide. It's not a vitamin, it's not a mineral. It's a tiny signaling molecule produced inside the lining of your blood vessels, and its job is simple but absolutely critical. It tells your blood vessels to relax and open. When nitric oxide levels are healthy, blood flows freely throughout your entire body. Your heart pumps easier, your brain stays sharp, your muscles recover faster, and your prostate receives the steady stream of oxygen and nutrients it needs to stay healthy and maintain a normal size. But after 50, your body's ability to produce nitric oxide starts declining significantly. That's why everything begins to feel stiffer, tighter, slower. Your blood vessels narrow, circulation weakens, and the organs that depend most on strong blood flow, your heart, your brain, and yes, your prostate, start paying the price. When the prostate doesn't get enough blood flow, it can't metabolize the excess cells that naturally accumulate with age. Those cells build up. The prostate grows, and that pressure on your bladder, those nighttime trips, that weak, hesitant flow, it all gets worse. Now here's the key that most men miss. The nutrients that support healthy nitric oxide production, specific minerals, herbs, and amino acid pathways, need to be present in your body consistently. You can't get there just by cutting bad drinks. Cutting the bad drinks stops the bleeding. That's essential. But to actually rebuild your circulation, to restore the nitric oxide your vessels need to stay open and flexible, you need to flood your system with the right prostate-supporting nutrients. And that's exactly where most men hit a wall. Now I already know what some of you are thinking. Doc, can't I just eat better? Get these nutrients from food? Good question. And I wish the answer were that simple. But here's the reality after 60. Your gut absorption declines dramatically. The minerals and nutrients your prostate needs most, zinc, magnesium, boron, specific herbal compounds like tongkat ali and ashwagandha, they simply aren't present in meaningful amounts in a typical diet. And even when they are, your body doesn't absorb them the way it used to. When you were 30, your digestive system could pull minerals out of food efficiently. After 60, that system slows down. Your stomach produces less acid. Your intestinal lining thins. The same plate of food that once nourished your entire body now passes through without delivering half of what you need. You'd have to eat pounds of specific foods every single day to match what a targeted bioavailable formula can deliver in one scoop. That's not realistic. That's not sustainable. And frankly, it's not how the science works. Because here's the other piece most men miss. It's not just about individual nutrients, it's about the combination. Zinc on its own helps, magnesium on its own helps. But when you combine the right ingredients in the right ratios, they create what researchers call a synergistic effect. Each one amplifies the others. Zinc supports testosterone, Magnesium opens blood vessels. Boron optimizes detoxification. Herbal compounds like ginseng and maca root boost circulation and drive. Alone, they're helpful. Together in the right formula, they become transformational. This is what the research consistently shows. It's not about chasing one magic ingredient. It's about giving your body the right team, working together every single day. And the easiest way to do that is simpler than you think. All right, gentlemen, let's turn everything you've learned into something you can actually do. Starting tonight. Because knowledge without action is just information, and information alone won't fix your sleep, your flow, or your energy. Action will. Here's the evening ritual I recommend to my patients. It takes less than an hour, and the results speak for themselves. Step 1. Hard cutoff on all 3 drinks after 6 p.m., no alcohol, no caffeine, no sugary drinks or juice. This is non-negotiable. This single change removes the 3 biggest saboteurs of your prostate health: your sleep and your circulation. Step 2. Replace your evening drink with something that actually supports your body. Warm water, herbal tea like chamomile or peppermint, or a mineral-rich prostate support drink. Something that works with your system instead of against it. Step 3. Begin your wind-down ritual at 9 p.m. Start dimming the lights throughout your home. This signals your brain to begin producing melatonin, your body's natural sleep hormone. By 9:30, turn off all screens. Your phone, your television, everything. Blue light suppresses melatonin by up to 50%. Put the phone in another room if you have to. Then do 5 minutes of light stretching. Nothing intense, just gentle movement to release the tension in your lower back, your hips, your shoulders. Let your body exhale. Step 4. Protect your sleep environment. Your bedroom should be cool, 65 to 68 degrees. Completely dark. Use blackout curtains or an eye mask. And keep your schedule consistent, 7 days a week, including weekends. Be in bed by 10:30. Not watching TV in bed. Actually in bed, lights off, ready to recover. This ritual alone will make you feel 10 years younger within 2 weeks. But if you want to go further, if you want to actually rebuild your prostate health, restore your flow, and reignite your drive, you need the right nutrients working inside your body while you sleep. And that's exactly what I want to share with you next. Let me tell you about a patient of mine. I'll call him Robert. 63 years old, retired engineer, sharp mind, proud man. Robert came to me frustrated. He told me, "Doc, I'm up 4 times a night. By noon I'm exhausted. And my wife and we haven't been intimate in months. I don't even feel like the same person anymore." When I looked at his evening routine, it was textbook. A beer with dinner to unwind, a cup of coffee around 4 p.m. to push through the afternoon, and a tall glass of orange juice before bed because he thought it was healthy. 3 drinks, 3 destroyers, all hitting his system during the exact window his body needed to heal. So here's what I told Robert. Cut all 3 after 6 p.m. Replace them with water and herbal tea. Follow the evening ritual, and start supporting his prostate with targeted nutrients designed to restore blood flow, nitric oxide, and deep sleep. Robert was skeptical, but he was also desperate, so he committed. Week 1, Robert went from 4 bathroom trips a night down to 1. He couldn't believe it. Week 2, he slept 6 straight hours for the first time in years. He told me he woke up and just lay there in shock because the sun was already up. By week 4, his energy was back. His focus was sharper, his confidence was returning, and his wife noticed the change before he even said a word. She told him, "Something's different about you. You seem more present, more like yourself." Robert called my office and said 2 sentences I'll never forget. "Doc, I feel like I got my life back." And all it took was knowing what to stop and what to start. Robert's story isn't unusual, gentlemen. I've seen it hundreds of times. And the formula that helped him is exactly what I want to share with you now. Now, gentlemen, I want to talk about something I've been recommending to my patients who are serious about protecting their prostate and restoring their flow, their energy, and their drive. It's called Prostavive. This isn't another generic multivitamin you grab off a shelf. Prostavive is a powerful, all-natural formula specifically designed to support the exact 3 things we've been talking about throughout this entire video: prostate blood circulation, healthy urine flow, and nitric oxide levels. It contains a precise combination of ingredients that work together synergistically. Boron, one of the most potent prostate-supporting minerals known to man, originally found in the crystallized deposits of Tibet. Tongkat Ali, used for centuries in the East to boost sexual performance and prostate blood flow. Ashwagandha, traced back as far as 6000 BC for prostate health, sexual desire, and the detoxification of toxins that build up around the prostate. Panax ginseng for healthy circulation, arousal, and immune function. Maca root for drive and energy. Fenugreek for hormonal support and libido. Nettle root for urinary health and healthy blood pressure. And artichoke extract, nature's own aphrodisiac, rich in antioxidants that support heart and prostate health. Plus zinc for testosterone and healthy sperm production. Magnesium for deep sleep and blood vessel flexibility. And vitamin D for mood metabolism and prostate function. 1 glass a day. That's all it takes. You mix it, you drink it, and you let these nutrients go to work. Supporting healthy blood flow to your prostate, helping metabolize the excess cells that cause enlargement, restoring the nitric oxide your blood vessels need to stay open and flexible. Now imagine this. Imagine waking up after sleeping through the entire night, no bathroom trips, no groggy fog, just deep, restful, uninterrupted sleep. Imagine your energy holding steady from morning to evening, no crashes, no fatigue, just calm, consistent vitality that carries you through the whole day. Imagine your confidence returning in the bedroom, not because of a pill you took an hour ago, but because your body is genuinely working the way it was designed to. That's what Prostavive supports. Prostate health, urinary strength, deeper sleep, higher energy, a sharper mind, and yes, gentlemen, a love life you thought was behind you. If you want to try Prostavive, I've made it easy. Simply click on my channel logo, tap on my profile picture right here, and you'll find Prostavive on my channel page. Everything you need is right there. Give it 30 days. Track how you sleep, track how you feel, track how your flow changes. I believe you'll feel the difference, and once you do, you'll never go back to the way things were.